Martin Buchan. A legendary career in football, early life and beginnings in football. Martin Buchan was born on February 6, 1949, in the town of Inverness, located in the Scottish Highlands. Growing up in a close-knit community, Buchan was introduced to football at a young age, as it was the sport that captivated the hearts of many in the region. His family, though not heavily involved in football professionally, were supportive of his ambitions, and young Martin quickly developed a passion for the game. Buchan's early years in football were spent playing for his local youth team, Clochnacudan, where his natural talent and ability quickly shone through. He played as a central defender, an area of the field where he would eventually make his mark in football history. His disciplined and organized approach to the game earned him the respect of his coaches and teammates, and it was clear that Buchan had the potential to succeed at higher levels. By the time he was 15, Buchan was scouted by Aberdeen, a club based in the northeast of Scotland, and he signed with them in 1964, joining their youth ranks. At the time, Aberdeen were not the dominant force in Scottish football that they would later become. But the club's commitment to developing young talent set the stage for Buchan's rise in the sport. Rising through the ranks at Aberdeen, Martin Buchan's career took a significant leap forward when he made his senior debut for Aberdeen in 1966, at just 17 years old. His debut came in a match against Clyde, and Buchan's performance immediately impressed those watching. Despite his youth, his calmness on the ball and his ability to read the game were already apparent. Buchan played with a maturity that belied his age, and as he continued to develop, he quickly became a key figure in Aberdeen's defense. Over the next few years, Buchan's performances became increasingly influential, and he cemented his place as one of the top defenders in Scottish football. By the late 1960s, Aberdeen began to improve under the management of Eddie Turnbull, and the club's fortunes began to change. Buchan was a pivotal part of this transformation, offering solidity and composure at the back. His ability to play the ball out from defense and his leadership qualities were vital to the team's progress. During his time at Aberdeen, Buchan won his first major honours, including the Scottish League Cup in 1976. However, his biggest achievement at the club came in 1970, when he captained the side to victory in the Scottish Cup. This triumph marked a significant moment in both his career and in the history of Aberdeen. Buchan's leadership on the field was a key factor in their success, and his status as a young leader continued to rise. As one of the most talented and reliable defenders in Scottish football, Buchan's performances earned him recognition from further afield. A move to Manchester United. Becoming a premier defender. In 1972, at the age of 23, Martin Buchan made the bold decision to leave his boyhood club Aberdeen and join one of the biggest clubs in England, Manchester United. At the time, United were enduring a period of transition, having not won a league title in several years. However, the club's potential was still significant, and the opportunity to play for such a prestigious club was too good to pass up for Buchan. His move to Manchester United was a defining moment in his career. Under the management of Frank O'Farrell, United were rebuilding their squad, and Buchan was brought in to solidify the defense. Buchan's transfer was not without its challenges. The club had some experienced players in defense, but it was clear from the beginning that Buchan's leadership and defensive capabilities would make him a key figure for the future. Buchan made his debut for Manchester United in a match against Southampton, and it didn't take long for him to make a significant impact. His composed and intelligent defending immediately made him a favorite among the United supporters. Buchan's ability to read the game and his calmness under pressure made him one of the most reliable defenders in English football. He quickly earned the respect of his teammates and was appointed club captain in 1976, a role that he would hold for much of his time at Old Trafford. Captaincy and achievements at Manchester United. Buchan's years at Manchester United were marked by steady success, and his influence as captain was instrumental in the team's progress. Under his leadership, the club won the FA Cup in 1977, defeating Liverpool 2-1 in the final. This victory marked United's first major trophy in more than a decade and was a significant moment for both Buchan and the club. His role as captain was crucial to United's ability to overcome the challenges they faced during this period. Throughout the late 1970s and early 1980s, Buchan continued to be a mainstay in the Manchester United defence. His leadership qualities were widely recognized, and he was often tasked with organising the defence in difficult matches. While United was going through a period of rebuilding under various managers, Buchan's consistency remained a reassuring factor for both the club and its supporters. In the 1979-1980 season, United finished fourth in the league, and in the 1982-1983 season, Buchan helped the team reach the FA Cup final again, though they were defeated by Brighton Hove Albion. Despite the ups and downs, Buchan's steady presence in the heart of United's defence provided a solid foundation for the team's future success. The decline and retirement. By the mid-1980s, Buchan's playing career began to wind down, as age and injury began to take their toll. His influence at Manchester United remained significant, but as a player, he was no longer as dominant as he had been in his prime. In 1983, after more than a decade with the club, Buchan made the decision to leave Manchester United. Buchan joined the American club, Tampa Bay Rowdies, in 1983 for a brief spell before retiring from professional football in 1984. His departure from United marked the end of a remarkable playing career, one in which he had established himself as one of the finest central defenders in English football. Legacy and impact on football. Martin Buchan's impact on football is undeniable. He was not just a top-class defender, but a player who commanded respect both on and off the field. His leadership, organizational skills, and defensive ability were integral to both Aberdeen and Manchester United during some of the most important periods in their histories. As a player, Buchan was known for his composure, intelligence, and ability to read the game. Qualities that made him a model for aspiring defenders. Buchan's time at Manchester United, particularly as captain, was marked by his unwavering commitment to the club. He helped guide the team through periods of transition and rebuilding, laying the foundations for future success under the leadership of Sir Alex Ferguson in the years following his retirement. Off the field, Buchan was known for his professionalism and dedication to his craft. He played the game with a calm demeanor and often led by example, making him a role model for younger players. His legacy as a leader and defender remains intact to this day, as he is remembered as one of the finest central defenders to have played in the English top flight. Conclusion. A career of greatness. Martin Buchan's career may not have been filled with as many accolades as some of his contemporaries, but his influence on the clubs he played for was profound. From his early days at Aberdeen to his successful stint as captain of Manchester United, Buchan's career was marked by dedication, leadership, and exceptional defensive qualities. Though he played in an era of fierce competition in both Scottish and English football, he stood out as a model of consistency and professionalism. Today, Martin Buchan's name remains synonymous with quality defending and leadership. His legacy lives on in the history of Manchester United, where his influence helped shape the club during an important period of transition. Whether as a commanding presence in the defense or as a captain leading by example, Buchan's contributions to football are forever remembered. His story is one of commitment, success, and professionalism, making him a true legend of the game.